Well, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do something really different. We're not going to make anything. We're not going to do any drawings. We're not going to do anything, except I'm going to show you a product that I found to make your black patina really snap. So it's a product that's called black stove polish. You put it on your lead lines, just like you would if you were going to put on regular wax. And when it dries, when you buff it off, you can buff it off with a little shoe buffer like this. You can just use a regular little hand brush. And in the corners, I actually use a little old electric toothbrush, which works great. What I've done here is I took apart one of our earlier projects, the bullseye spinner. I took it apart, and we're going to shine it all up, and I'll show you the end result here. So if you look at this really close, uh, it looks nice. It hasn't had any kind of wax put on it. It's got a nice decent color to it. But we're going to turn this a bright black, and it's going to have a nice gloss to it. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to get out my old dirty drop cloth and lay over our work table so we don't get it all dirty. And when I come back, we're going to apply the black polish on our lead lines. And we can use a number of things. We can use a Q-tip. My favorite is to take one of these 1-inch sponge brushes and cut it to about maybe 3/8 of an inch wide, and just take and paint this up here. So it's a little bit time consuming compared to just taking some clear glass wax and putting it on with a rag, but the outcome is worthwhile. And so I hope you'll follow along, and we'll see how this comes out. So we'll be back in a minute. I'll get my drop cloth out, which is actually just a plastic trash bag that I've used over and over and over for all of this type of thing. So we'll be back in a second. Okay, well, we're back, so we're getting ready to go here. So with our polish here, we want to take and shake this up, but be careful with this lid right here. This one here, this particular one, you press this down to open up the opening. So be sure to put your finger over it so it doesn't come open on you while you're shaking it, because you'll make quite a mess with that. So be careful with it. So shake it up real good, and then just pop it open. I'm just going to use a little cup right here, and I'm just going to take and put in just a little bit of it. Then I'm going to take my foam brush here and take it down, and I'm just going to take and paint this right on here. Don't be panicky if you get a little bit on your glass. When we buff it off, it'll come right off. You can do this fairly quick. So basically, we're just putting a layer of black stove polish on our lead. And like I say, don't be panicky here if you get it on your glass. You can take it up on its edge here, right here, and just take and come around with it. So this takes just a little bit of time rather than using this clear wax, but I think you'll be surprised to see the outcome of it here. So we'll get this all done. I won't do the whole thing online, but I'll come back and show you how we're going to get it off of here. I'll let this set for like about 5 minutes, and I'll turn it over and I'll do the other side real quick. And then I'm going to let it set for a couple hours, let it dry really good. And then when we come back, we'll show you how we're going to buff it off. So we'll be back in a little while. All right, we're back. So it's been several hours since we put our black stove wax on all of these, or polish. So now it's time to take and polish them up. So we'll move these little pieces out of the way. So this is all the pieces for our bullseye spinner, and we'll start with this large one here. And we'll just take our little brush here to start with, and we're just going to start right here, and we're going to start to brush it down. You can see how it starts to shine up already. See the area right here? So you can just take and clean it up. Take and clean the edges here. So you can see how shiny it is here now. These areas right in here, I can just take our little electric toothbrush here. Need one that's got a battery in it. Let's try this one here. There we go. You go right here in the corners and get the corners out of here. Like I said, this takes a little bit of time, but it's worth the outcome. You can pull that down like that. The other thing you can do here is, we did that with the brush. The other thing, this little electric shoe polisher works good. And you just go over it. So here again, you can see how nice this polishes this up. So makes it look really, really nice. So it really makes that pop. So anyway, I'll go offline. I'm going to polish up all of these, and when I come back, we'll put the spinner all back together, and then we'll show you the finished product with it all being buffed up. But I just wanted to show you that how pretty this makes this this cane look here with the polish on it. So won't bore you with watching me clean this all up, but it doesn't take too long. And like I said before, if you when you put it on, if it got on your glass a little bit, you might have to work out a little bit. If you find an area that's really stubborn, like some of here on this, this is a glue chip right here. Some of the crevices, if they get stuck here, I'll come back and show you a little trick how to clean those up if you have some that get stuck in that area there. So I'll go off and get these cleaned up, and then when I come back, we'll show you the finished product. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so right now I'm working on one of the smaller circles here. So I want to show you a couple more little tricks. If you've ever glazed any windows, you know after you put the glazing putty in them, you got to go around each side. So I found if you take this is actually a skewer for barbecuing, but if you take a pointed stick like this and just go right against the edge of your cane, go around each of these squares, that'll break up any wax that's up in the corners there. Makes it a little bit easier to get it smoothed out. So just go around all of these. Just like that. And then go ahead, you can use a larger brush. I have this smaller one here, but I have this larger one that I use on larger windows. And so you just go ahead and start to polish this up. Just keep rotating it around. The outside edges here. I'm going to give it one little final buff here with our little wheel here. Okay, so now bring this up and we can look at it. You can see how nice it looks. So it has a really nice black shine to it. So we'll turn it over here now, and we'll do the same thing on this side here, where we'll go around the corners here, all the edges. See right here where that moved the wax away from the cane? That way, when you get your polisher in here, that'll polish away. So that helps make it cleaner. Where you run into trouble with this is in some of the glass like this one here, which is the glue chip one. So it has kind of an uneven surface. It has a tendency to want to stick in those areas, and I'll show you a little trick to do that also. So just keep coming on around. Here's another glue chip right here. This one here's got some pieces that are stuck in here. So I'll show you how we're going to get those out of there. All right, we're back to where we started from. So we'll just take our brush here. Take and polish this up. All right. So you can see how nice this is. Okay, we got a couple little stubborn areas right here, and there's one right here. That one there may be on this back side. Sometimes it's a little hard to tell where it's at. Yeah, it's over here on this side. You just take and knock it off here a little bit. So the cleanup takes a little while. Here's another one right here. Just take and clean that off. So you wipe that off. Here's another one right here. So if you don't want to go around and do it with a little stick like this, there's another way to do it. Take a little bit of lacquer thinner and a Q-tip. And you can come in here where you've got your areas right here. See how it picks that right out of there? And just keep rotating it till you keep coming to a clean side of it. Let's come here. I'll come up here closer to the camera here. Like right here. Just take and come right in here and pick that right out of the area there. Here's one right here we can take and move away. You just keep rotating your Q-tip. It takes takes a number of Q-tips, because as soon as the Q-tip picks up the black wax, then it doesn't move it along any longer. So like when it gets dirty like that, you need to switch ends. If you just keep going over it with the same dirty end, it doesn't move it away. Now that one there is probably on this side here. See, that was over there. Just keep working around it till you get all your little windows open here. It looks good. Right here, this is a little dirty looking in here. So I'm going to take this here and I'm going to rub it back. You can check your Q-tip, and if it has black on it, you'll know that it's picked that up out of there. All right, that looks pretty darn good. We'll go ahead and take and give it one little last polish with our polisher here. All right, so we'll bring it up here and take a look at it. So that's what we're looking for right here. Nice black, shiny look to our cane. So we'll call that one good, and we'll get ready to move on to the rest of them. But I did want to come back and show you those little tricks right here. Here's one little one right here. You gotta, sometimes you can just wipe them off with your fingers. So you can spend as much time cleaning this up as you want to. Remember, this is hanging out in the yard, so if you've got a couple little pieces that are still left on there and you don't catch them, no one's going to ever see them. So don't be too panicky about it. So we'll be back after we get them all cleaned up, and I'll put the bullseye spinner back together, and we'll take it out and take a quick picture of it with its new shiny patined blackened cane, and we'll be done with the project. So we'll be back in a little while. All right, well, we're back. We've got our bullseye spinner all put back together. So if you're looking for a way to make your black patina really shine, take a look at this product right here. This is the black stove polish, and give it a try. It came out real nice for us. So we're going to, I'm going to bring the camera down real quick. We'll look at it real close and take a look at it. So we'll be back, and let me get the camera down here. All right, we're back down here. So just wanted to let you look at it really close here. Take a look at how pretty the lead came out now. So your lead lines look really, really nice. So this is an alternative to really make this pop. So I hope you've enjoyed this real short one here. And please subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys on the next video. So I appreciate you watching. Thank you.